Welcome to an all-new Lay It Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. Hey, what's up guys, it's me. Okay, before I get into anything, just a quick disclaimer, okay? I am definitely losing my voice. I recorded this video while I was in the midst of losing my voice last night, and it was also before I found out that Projekt Melody actually got her Twitch reinstated, which is freaking great news. So, the rest of the video that you're gonna watch is under the pretense that Melody was still banned, but it will still tell you everything that you need to know about how that process even started. Okay, that's it. Sorry for the quick ASMR. Let's get into the video. So if you haven't heard the news, Projekt Melody has been banned on Twitch due to a DMC claim against her channel. Up until yesterday, nobody knew why. However, she recently released a full twitlonger explaining the entire situation. In today's video, guys, we're going to go over those details and determine what the future looks like for her. But before I go any further, some of you might be wondering who is Projekt Melody. Goddamn uncultured swines. Projekt Melody is a 3D anime virtual YouTuber. However, unlike the previous virtual YouTubers I've mentioned who are part of a group called HoloLive, Melody is an independent virtual YouTuber and primarily streams on Twitch. She started her virtual journey early last year and has grown a massive audience since inception. Now, 2 days ago, it was announced that Melody was banned from Twitch. Not really announced, but there's this Twitter account that keeps track of the status of who on Twitch gets banned or unbanned, and at the time, nobody knew in detail why it happened, but it was a really big deal given the fact that Melody is easily one of the largest independent virtual YouTubers on Twitch. However, yesterday, Melody herself released a twitlonger on Twitter titled "My Twitch Ban Plus Struggles with Digi Trev X." It's a bit lengthy, but for those of you who haven't read it, I'm going to go ahead and read it with you guys so you don't have to. Melody starts off with this. Many of you are probably wondering about the recent Twitch ban, so I wanted to share some context about my Twitch ban since it relates to an issue I've been dealing with the last several months. A 3D modeler, Digitrev X, filed DMCA takedowns on all of my VODs, claiming he owns the copyright to my body. He had also been posting about this on Twitter for weeks as well, but since I tried to avoid drama, I've ignored it and it's been hard. Given that he is now trying to get me deplatformed, he has escalated the issue and now have to make a response publicly, which includes providing all of the relevant receipts. First, here is the DMC takedown showing that Digi filed it. And here, guys, Melody posted an imager that is attached that reads, "Dear Projekt Melody, we've received a notification of claimed infringement with respect to your account. Here are the details." And it says inside, alleged infringed content with a clip from October 2020. It says the copyrighted work is copyrighted material model of 2D design and a 3D model. And it says the copyright claimant is Digitrev, who is the person that created Melody's model and the main subject of the twitlonger. Now, instead of a warning, she received a ban because a strike that she received earlier this year that had something to do with her having a vibrator on her bed and showing off too much virtual skin, so it was kind of like a repeat offense. But yeah, let's get back to the twitlonger. Second, here's the invoice he sent me, sections blacked out to protect private info. The price quote was $5,000 for my entire body and design. Next to that, you will see the PayPal invoices paid to him for that exact amount. To make sure we were in agreement regarding my ownership of the IP, I messaged him about it beforehand and he agreed that I would own all of the IP, not him. That message is also included below. This basically confirms that Digitrev agreed on paper that the IP was in fact hers. In case you guys aren't aware, the tweet in question shows that this is a written, valid contract between two parties. Continuing. At some point, he asked if I would be interested in a partnership deal with his company, Giga Music Group. I was interested in hearing about the deal, but at the point I hadn't agreed to anything, only that I liked to hear what they had to offer. Over the next few months, he still continued to help me with things, but refused compensation for it. Even though I offered to pay him often, he said it wasn't a big deal each time. Here are some of the examples. So guys, basically Digitrev started offering services for free in the form of quote-unquote favors. Now, unless this man is a complete simp, there's clearly something that he wanted in return for these favors. Perhaps he thought that by providing free services that Melody would be more interested in the partnership deal, but nope. That's not how it played out. Anyway, let's continue. Around May, Giga Music Group finally sent me their proposed offer. They wanted $40,000 a month for their services. Okay, pause. I had to stop here to understand what the hell is actually going on. Is Giga Music Group proposing to take $40,000 a month from Melody if she signs up with them? That's kind of confusing. So I went to their website and I found nothing but a dancing anime woman that almost gave me a freaking seizure. But later found out that they're a record label, basically I'm guessing for, VTubers. So kind of like a mini HoloLive. So basically they own IPs and people and artists and talent and make money for the people they help create using their services. This falls in line with what I talked to you guys before about virtual virtual influencers and how people are investing a lot of money to create these people, and this kind of plays into it. Anyway, moving back to the twit longer, Melody continues. Because I was advised by others in the industry not to take the deal given that it was grossly inflated and offered unnecessary services, I opted to work with another company. He then started claiming that because of the work he had already done that I was expected to work with them. I told him that he should have let me know that, since I would have insisted I either pay him or not have done the work at all. Even though I would never agree to contract when I have no idea what the terms of it are, I did offer to pay him for all the work that he felt he wasn't compensated for. This included telling me to send me a reasonable invoice and I'd pay it, shown above. Instead, he decided to DM me to insult me and call me unprofessional. This was 6 months ago, and still he continues to say I haven't paid him and has yet to send me an invoice. So yeah, basically he tried to offer free services to Melody as if they were services in exchange for her joining Giga Music Group. Melody said, nah, dude got salty. She offered to pay him for those free services, which she doesn't have to. However, he's claiming that she owes him in order to leave her in some kind of liability or debt to him. Got it? Moving on. Once there was that falling out, I didn't hear from Digi for several months, and I thought that was the end of it. He went on to launch YFU. YFU, okay, what the heck is YFU? I don't feel like looking into it. Okay, I lied, I got curious. YFU is a virtual influencer, okay? See, man, I just talked about this the other day. Y'all see how my videos keep you guys brained up so you can keep that thing up? But yeah, that's YFU. Melody continues with the twit longer, and I was glad he was off doing his own thing. Then in August, he wrote to me again, insisting that I needed to follow and interact with YFU, its company's idol project character, because I quote-unquote owed him. I told him that because our working relationship ended so poorly, I didn't feel comfortable interacting with his new project, but I wished him the best of luck. He did not take that well, again insisted that I owed him for the work he did, and vaguely threatened to talk to Vice because I don't seem to quote-unquote understand him. So guys, at this point, he wants Melody's free clout, okay? He probably didn't foresee Melody blowing up the way she did, and this greedy butthole figured he deserved more than the initial 2 payments that he received due to her success. When she didn't sign up for the Giga Music Group, he tried to later get Melody to give her free clout with his new baby YFU. That's basically what's been happening so far. Got it? Let's continue. Melody continues. Finally, he offered to drop all of it, stop claiming that I never paid him, leave me alone if I boosted YFU. I was very upset, but in the interest of just getting it all behind me and being done with him, I swallowed my pride and agreed. This was on the condition that he, number 1, leave me alone, and number 2, sign a document making it clear that I own everything he kept claiming that I didn't. Although I had the invoice and text confirmations, it was more for making it clear to him. I wanted this done and over with so I could focus on streaming and making content and all of the time-consuming projects I still have in the works. And guys, here's the messed up part, okay? But this message from Digi, this is basically what allows you to understand what kind of person this guy is, okay? I'm gonna read it because it's messed up, but you will understand after I read it. At 2:12 a.m. So I've thought about it. You can pay me $45,000 for my renders that you sold off mine and still have plastered all over your stuff. This will cover what you owe me for managing and all the random stuff I went way out of my way to do for you. If you want signed IP, you gotta credit me for the model I made for you. I don't care if you're out of space on your Twitter. I put a lot of work into your stuff and you benefited greatly from it. Otherwise, you would still be looking for some modeler. You can have the Tom IP and other toys if you quit the slander between Silver and Iron Mouse and quit with the blackballing YFU. You will not get Natalie's copyright ever. It's mixed with my own IP, Nanako, and I'm not giving that away to you. However, I will be fine with you using it and I will not be interested in copyright striking it as long as you comply with an agreement here and work with me on resolving this. After this, I will not talk to you again unless you start being shady to YFU. Also, tell your simps to leave me alone. The NNT logo was not sold to you. You didn't even want to use it. You wanted H-Stream idols or whatever. Not sure why you have Sid putting that on shirts, so for that I expect 25% of the sales on that merch. These are my terms. I'm not going to give you all of my efforts plus signed documents for something that's not even policeable, like being a morally good person when it comes to my future or YFU. That was a terrible offer. And find someone that can model hair. Like, dude, oh my god, he's nuts. This guy is crazy. This guy is so salty. Wow. So, okay, we're going to go back to the twit longer for the last time. I'm going to read up the rest of it. Melody continues. A few days after I offered that, he responded telling me it was a terrible offer for him to sign a document saying the extra things he made me were mine, despite them being gifts, in exchange for interacting with his new project. He then demanded $45,000 along with 25% of merch sales, even though by this point I had stopped using all of the assets he made. Although I owned them, they were reminders of the leverage he thought he had over me. That's what happened to Tom, since so many people have wondered about his whereabouts. After this message, I stopped responding to Digi. He was was rude, insulting, and I was done with his harassment. He still continued to publicly slander me on Twitter and Discord daily, even today. He hasn't stopped. I finally blocked him after he kept saying shitty things about me, and now he has resorted to trying to deplatform me, starting with Twitch. I didn't want to be involved in drama. I wanted to continue streaming and having fun with my friends and my community. I'm lucky enough to have a career that I absolutely love with supportive and redonkulous friends, and he is trying to take all that away, even though I paid him for my body. That's what the DMCA claim is for, by the way. Not the Toms, not one of the CB toys, not music, not for being too explicit. I've been good on Twitch. But no, because Digi thinks he owns me. He thinks this even after I paid him for it, as you can see in those invoices, even though back on December 5th, 2019 at 3:42 p.m. he agreed that I own the IP, he's just a character designer slash modeler. That's what he's copy striking me on. I'm really sorry I kept this all from you for so long. I've been dealing with it for months and it's given me endless stress, which made me cancel streams some days because I was too shaky from the anxiety. I never want to hide things from you guys and I try to be transparent. Well, it's this cool thing I want to announce. But in this situation, I kept expecting it to resolve itself since the initial claim had no merit. It was also kind of embarrassing since I didn't want to announce to the world, hey, someone I hired to make something for me is harassing me and demanding more money. I am not looking for more drama. I just want him to leave me alone so I can focus on my channel and community and save my stress for the cool projects I'll continue to do in the future and probably can't handle on my own. So as of now, that is the story, guys, okay? We haven't heard from Digi, but from the looks of things, it ain't a good look. Right now, the narrative appears to be Salty Scumlord who was jealous that one of his projects he created for someone else achieved national fame and he wasn't getting a cut due to the fact that he sold his IP. He sounds like a horrible person based on just the tweets and interactions that I've seen between him and Melody alone. There is more to the story. He's gonna have to pull something magical from his nutsack because the evidence provided by Melody seems heavily incriminating. The only issue here might be how Twitter screenshots may be seen, but it's going to be out with Twitch to see how they review all of the pieces. Worst case scenario, Digi doubles down on the DMCA and tries to take this to court, but hopefully it does not have to come to that. In my opinion, the situation seems very cut and dry. Anybody who talks to another person like that via DMs just reeks of filth. Like, I know filth when I see filth, and talking to people like that, like you own them, doing favors for them that really aren't favors, is all manipulation and it's all garbage. I do not trust this Digi guy, and with this information all on the open, I don't think anyone else will. I don't see this ending well for Digi, okay? If you guys weren't aware, sending a DMCA that is either false or in bad faith constitutes actual perjury. And man, oh man, you don't want to be charged with perjury, brothers. That ain't a good look, okay? It's not good. It also looks like the entire community is on her side, and yeah, he done goofed. He done bit too much that he can chew, and it looks like the dude is about to be dog food. I guess my only concern is that he was able to file the copyright DMCA in the first place, which means we don't know what he has up his sleeve, what documents he has, what he did to create the claim in the first place. I also don't know how easy or difficult it is to false copyright claim someone through Twitch in the first place. So there's still some unknowns there. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode. Laid Omni, you just been laid. Moral of the story, free Projekt Melody, okay? I'm hoping this video acts as a signal for everyone to realize a few things. Number one, the importance of contracts and getting everything in writing, okay? I mean, everything. Don't ever perform nor take services from anyone without getting all the facts straight. Number two, people are scumbags and will try to screw you over, okay? But you guys already knew that. I don't really have a number three, but I'll keep you guys posted as the story develops, okay? For now, let me know what you guys think of this whole situation in the comments below. Pretty crazy, right? I feel like this channel is going in and out of the world of fantasy versus virtual reality versus virtual YouTubers. Like, it's kind of nuts, but it's eye-opening to see all of this is here and now. So for those of you who are still confused by all of this, the time is now, old man. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go because I think I'm losing my voice, okay? So if you guys can do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I think this is day 26 or something. Yeah, my voice is definitely being blown out. That would suck if I lost my voice and then I wasn't able to make the videos anymore and I would lose my streak. Like, I gotta be very careful. Okay, I gotta be very careful here. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you drink your water, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and have an awesome day.